Well, I think it's important because up until now, same-sex marriages weren't recognized, and they were only recognized by the states within the last few years. And that left an entire group of people who had been involved in same-sex relationships virtually out in the cold. If their marriage ended or their relationship ended, they didn't have the protection that the law provides to heterosexual couples. And it was really just totally unfair that this group of people had no recourse.
The first one in the state of South Carolina that's recognized a common law marriage between a same-sex couple. More importantly, it's the first case that we're aware of where the date of that common law marriage went back retroactively. And it's important for our client for alimony and those reasons, but it's the first one that we're aware of not only in South Carolina but nationally, where they've actually tried a case and had a judge determine that the common law marriage was valid. I think this just opens up, it takes away a lot of impediments for same-sex couples.
Well, until 2015, it was not unconstitutional for the states to have laws which prohibited same-sex marriages. After 2015, same-sex marriages became legal. The problem with that was the people that had been involved in those same-sex relationships prior to that. There are only a few states that still recognize common law marriages. And so there's only two ways to have a marriage. One is by a ceremony or a contractual agreement, and the other is a common law marriage. So most of the marriages these days are not going to be common law unless you live in one of the few states that recognize that. The good thing for our client was that she did live in a state that recognizes a common law marriage, and therefore her marriage could be determined to exist long before the law that prohibited her marriage was determined to be unconstitutional. Because once it's determined to be unconstitutional, that law is treated as if it no longer, or as if it never existed. And therefore her marriage could go back to as far back as we could establish it, which was really important for her for things like being able to collect Social Security from her partner or based on her partner's record, being able to pursue alimony, being able to pursue division of the property that was acquired during their relationship.